Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, I will go through the newly added CitizenCon schedule, letting you know what is happening during CitizenCon. As always, a huge thank you to all my patrons. It is thanks to these guys that I get to make videos like this, so if you do like my channel and would like to support me even further, hit the link in the description below to learn more. So on the CitizenCon section on the RSA website, they have now published all of the panels that we'll get to watch during the event on the 23rd of November. I have linked the page below, so if you want to follow along, you can do. Doors are going to open at 11 AM. The panels themselves will be held in two locations. We have the Anvil stage, which will be live streamed, so if you can't attend, you will be able to watch them live. And the Crowshow Auditorium, which will not be live streamed, however both stages will have all of their panels up on YouTube as soon as they can. Not likely on the day, it might be a little later on afterwards. It depends on what their setup is this year. Now before we get into it, I'd just like to bring some attention to the name of the second stage, the Crowshow Auditorium. Now for those who don't know, in the Star Citizen lore, Nick Crowshaw was the first person to have discovered a jump point, which was obviously named the Crowshow system as we know it today in-game. Now, I'm not certain why they've titled the auditorium Crowshow. We have had leaks hinting to seeing the Karak jumping through to the Pyro system. Obviously, this is unofficial, but it has kind of been slated the next system we will see. Since that, it could be a sign that the leak was fake and that Crowshow will be the next system. It is very much an uncertainty at this moment. But do let me know in the comments below what you think it might mean, or whether you still think we'll see Pyro. Anyway, let's take a look at the Anvil stage panels. So this is the panels that will be live streamed. So as I say, if you can't attend it, you will still be able to watch these all day long. Starting at 1 PM with Chris Roberts, it is the opening welcome, basically called The Adventure Begins. This is where Chris will welcome everyone and just talk about what we can expect to see this year at CitizenCon. It's only 30 minutes, so from 1 PM till half past. At half past 1, the next panel is called Terra Firma, and this is exploring the continuing evolution of the planet tech. This will likely look at the current version of the toolset that the devs are using to create planets, moons, and all the different biomes we get to see. I would expect a look at snowy biomes, especially with Microtech being so close, and the panel after this. Other than that, the sky is really the limit in terms of what biomes we will see, maybe some alien or unusual biomes. They will likely show us updates of the current biomes, because I think Daymar, we did see a little sneak peek a while ago of huge canyons rather than the sort of valleys that we have in Daymar, so hopefully it means that they'll be implementing them soon. My fingers are crossed that we will see some weather or weather systems. That is doubtful though. It's more likely just to be planets rather than effects. After this at half past 2, it is the Micro Technicalities panel, a detailed look at Microtech Planet and beyond. A member of the previous panel will be on for this one as well. So it'll have some similarities, but this panel will be mostly focused on Microtech and potentially Crusader or future planets. At half past 3 for the fourth panel, it is Lawmaker's Guide to 2949, which will delve into the narrative foundation of recent and upcoming releases. This is where the lore team and Sherry Heiberg, the archivist, talking about how they create the lore for the new locations. Specifically, I'm expecting a lot of it to be about Microtech, just helping build the sort of living, breathing world that feels like it's got history, which, if you're like me and you love the lore, it's going to be an interesting panel. The fifth panel is at half past 4, and this is called Shoot 'em Up, which is Sean Tracy, so already it's going to be an amazing panel. He's previewing a high-octane game mode coming to Star Citizen. Now, my guess is it is the 890 VIP transport mission that they mentioned will be coming soon. Star Citizen doesn't really have game modes, it has mechanics, so it could be a Star Marine mode, maybe Capture the Idris, but I personally think it is the 890 VIP mission. Do let me know your thoughts on that one. The sixth panel says TBD. This is at half 5. It is still to be determined, but it does mention something about being able to watch a panel from the Crowshow Auditorium, so whether that gets filled or not, I don't know. At half past 6, though, it is the annual cosplay contest. So if you are dressing up, make sure that at 10 AM that morning you are registering an hour before the doors open. I expect that's what the registration period is for. That only lasts half an hour because at 7 PM it is a panel called Hex Appeal with Tony Zurovec. And like Sean Tracy, when Tony Zurovec starts talking, I love to listen. It basically just says, feel the power of the back-end tool that lets us edit your universe. So, God knows exactly what that's involving. It could be to do with changing the economy on the fly, maybe updating AI and so forth. We will have to see. And then finally at 8 PM, it is Chris Roberts' keynote for an hour and a half, which is definitely not to be missed. If you are able to watch any of these, make sure it is this one. It is the main feature, and it will likely be the Karak traveling to Pyro. Obviously, this isn't confirmed. It was a leak, but fingers are crossed. Make sure you are around to watch it. Now, on the Crowshow Auditorium, this is kind of classed as the second stage. Still some really exciting stuff going on here. It's going to be difficult balancing which ones I go and see. But at 1:30, kicking off the day, it is a panel called Terra Firma. So this is after Chris Roberts' welcome, and it's looking into how alien languages are made. So if you are a bit of a linguist and you enjoy the Jan language, make sure you do check that out. At 2:30, we have Ship Sounds, which is looking at the technical tricks and creative process that make ships sound cool. Although I will probably be watching a panel on microtech, this is still going to be a very cool panel. Just the amount of attention they go to in creating the sounds of the ships that really definitely add to the overall feel of flying them. It is going to be interesting to see what they do there. At 3:30, now this is probably the panel I am most looking forward to. It is called Locked Up. Basically, it is giving us an early insight into prisons within the verse and life on the inside. Now, this is going to be really exciting. It has been spoken of a long while ago when they were sort of brainstorming, maybe even a 10 for the chairman. Basically, what's going to happen with when you go to prison. So you will be able to serve time and do your stint doing sort of menial tasks around the prison, but also you will have a chance to maybe put a plot together to form an escape. I will likely talk about this a little more in a later video once I recall exactly what was said. I'm sure it's in one of my Star Citizen Sunday videos from years back, but I will definitely be watching this one. I just feel like it's going to be an interesting panel. Anyway, the fourth panel on the Crowshow Auditorium is at 4:30, and it's called Me, Myself and UI, taking the concept of the new UI and making it a playable feature. Now, this again will be quite an interesting panel because the UI is having a huge overhaul, which will affect every aspect of Star Citizen. We've seen a sneak peek of this in Inside Star Citizen quite recently. It is going to be an important panel. Whether I'm there to watch it or if I'm watching and listening to Sean Tracy over in the Anvil stage, we will have to wait and see. The fifth panel is at 5:30, and it is Armor Archetypes, and it just says everything you ever wanted to know about staying protected in the verse. Now, I expect it'll be looking at new armor types, maybe different damage types. It could even be talking about cold protection, temperature protection, with us going to microtech. We've seen some concepts for cold weather armor and cold weather clothing, so it could be along those lines. Either way, the armor is pretty cool in Star Citizen, so it'll be worth watching. I think on the main stage, on the Anvil stage, it is the to be determined panel, so it might be worth checking out. Anyway, 6:30 till 7:30, the final panel in the Crowshow Auditorium is called Ship Talk, and it's learning about the new ships of CitizenCon, but also helping to design a future vessel. Now, this could be quite good, but Tony Z is on the other side, so maybe check that out for half an hour and then zip across to check out Hex Appeal with Tony Zurovec. We will see. I'll probably see what you guys are all doing who are attending and figure it out that way. But that is the schedule as it stands today. I'm very excited for these panels, especially the Prison one, looking at microtech, all the different planet panels. It's really shaping up to be an interesting event this year, and I hope to see you all there. I will let you know my plans as we get closer to the day. Do let me know what you're most looking forward to. Here it is to the 23rd. With that said, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more future Star Citizen content. We will be covering more information of the CitizenCon event as we get closer. Be sure to like the video. Follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. Big shout out to my patrons. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.